Exhale. You are here now. Hey everybody, welcome back to Beyond Bathology, the soft reset, and I'm so glad you are all here hanging out with me. And if you're new here, please go ahead and listen to our other podcasts. I do believe you will also fall in love with us. Tonight we're going to do something a little fun, a little spicy, and a little messy. Well, not messy, because I'm going to have to leave that one to a part two. And definitely an eye opener. Okay. So this evening we're comparing store soap versus homemade soap. See, so like, oops, sorry. Here goes your dial. Yes, supposedly it does all this antibacterial stuff and so on. You're going to learn quite a bit when you're done with me today. Nonetheless, we're going to show you the all-natural soap. Look how pretty that looks. See? Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, so with all the soaps that you buy in the stores and those that have come to learn about bar soaps from the store versus handmade, homemade, all natural, a lot of people slowly but surely are turning over to the natural soaps. Okay, this is not going to be a boring stuff. If anything, guess what? You may have fun and you may just learn something today. But nonetheless, um, you know, in the beginning when I first started, they used to call me the soap lady. But when the lady started different people, repeats would meet up with me in different places where I may be at, they turned around and they seen different things that I was able to do, like cupcake soaps. I don't have any on hand, but I'm getting ready to make some within the next couple of days. But nonetheless, so there's different things that you use inside these soaps that I like to use, because just because you're all natural, why not throw an extra flair like anise stars put in there? Well, did you know that anise star is warm, it's sweet, with natural antibacterial properties? Oh, but wait a minute. That Dow soap that you just paid for $3 for has been sitting in the shelf for about a couple of years, depending what store you're buying it from. And so it may be anti, whatever it is they put in there, antibacterial. But guess what? It's not natural, it's chemicals. I learned early on doing this that if you cannot pronounce the word behind a label, it's a chemical 9 times out of 10. And like I tell so many young people, I'm on a diet for this, a diet for that. Well, guess what? You may be on a diet for your insides to make you feel good. How about the outside? Wouldn't you want the outside to look like your inside and feel extra better about yourself? Well, many different stories on that one. But let me ask you this. Let's start with what's actually cleaning your skin? Store soap? It's basically detergent like dish soap for your body. I bet you didn't like that one, huh? Read the ingredients on those and then come back to me. We'll have this discussion again. My soap, my all natural handmade soap, I use real oils like olive oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, avocado butter, those kind of oils. Okay. Um, Also, they clean your skin without stripping it. So when you take a shower, have you ever noticed that you'll go like this with your bare hands and it's like, it feels like it squeaks? Well, guess what? You're damaging your skin because, first off, you polished off all those extra oils that you have on the skin that's naturally supposed to be there. On top of that, you dried off excessive amount of skin cells. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but who would have thought I would have loved science that much? In any case, so yeah, it leaves. See, store bought soap leaves your skin tight and itchy. My soaps leave you feeling clean. Yes, less suds because I'm using more oils depending on your skin type, but more moisturizer. Now, I can make real bubbly soaps. Like I shared before, there's 2 times a year that I love to make fresh soap, and I make it in abundance because it sells fast. First one is going to be spring, summer. Why? Because a lot of people look for suds, and I use mainly watermelon instead of water. I use watermelon. I use cantaloupe. Anything that has a lot of sugar, and those items do have a lot of sugar. So when I make it inside when I utilize it inside my soap, and it dries out, and you start using it, guess what? You're gonna have a lot of bubbles along with the oils that I put in there. Okay, so that time you're getting both. Now, the second time I extremely love making soap is towards early fall into the winter. Now, what time of the year is that? It's the holidays. And again, for those that listen to my podcast early in the first 2 or 3 episodes, we did a sensory. And I think I may do one more again before the end of the season because we're working on season 2 right now as we speak. But nonetheless, yeah, I love to use herbs and spices because our natural sensories is we see, we smell, we taste, we hear, and we feel. So some people just rush into the shower until they start learning that a shower becomes a habit that you're doing for yourself. Those 5 minutes, you can develop that or round it off into a sensory therapy for you. Like whenever I can't, my head is blocked, I go into the shower. Why? Because it just releases all that from me. Okay. My holiday soap smells like, let's see, dessert, grandma's pies, but that's because I use star anise. and other ingredients, that also works as an exfoliant, depending on how much I crush it. Just for the simple fact of the reason that you've used your skin over the summer. It has it's been under the sun, it's been at the beach, it's been at the pool. It's been like you've been all over the place with those. So, it helps. It's great. And just to show you, for those that do not know what star anise look like, here we go. Here goes a star anise, you see? And I grind them up in my little grinder right here, you see? And in this particular one, which I didn't know nutmeg takes so long, I'm going to have to figure out a different way to crush it up, you see? And that powder right there, I'll put it inside the soap mix that I'm making. Okay. Essential oils, I really don't care to use them too much because unless you're making it fresh yourself, like I have mint leaves, spearmint leaves, peppermint chocolate leaves out of my yard. And what I do, I either diffuse them, like suck out all the oils out of it and put it in my soap. Again, handmade soaps work in small batches comparing to your store-bought soaps. They work in conveyor belts and all this other stuff. So a lot of the stuff they use is synthetic. It's not really good. For instance, what makes my soap smells good? Well, here goes another one. I can never say this word in English, but you probably know what I'm trying to say. Hibiscus, which is jamaica in Spanish. See? Dried jamaica leaves. This also gives it color. Gives, like, when I'm looking for that red and I don't see rhubarb, I'll turn around and use this. And I can buy this big bag full, very cheap. And also to help me make red is the hip rose. It almost looks like the jamaica, but the thing is, it's a little different. It's curlier, shinier, the way they dry it out. You see? Okay. And let me put this one away because I just got these yesterday. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm set up to make soap, so I think I'm gonna videotape that one too, so that you guys can enjoy it. And then, so when I mix up oh, wait, cloves. Everybody know what cloves look like, so I don't have to present that one. But pretty much when I mix either the anise, star anise with anything, because the star anise is extra strong, it will overpower some things. But just know it's all natural. It sends a smell when it hits the hot water in your shower. And that's because they use, like the store soaps, they use synthetic fragrances, lab made. And those can trigger either headaches, allergies, asthma, all those kind of stuffs. That's what the store bought soap can cause. I'm not saying that it will, because I'm not no dermatologist, but it could. In my research, I learned this stuff and I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta let them know. But my soap smells like star anise, like I stated earlier, cloves, cinnamon sticks, pine cones, real botanical aromas that become aromatherapy. And it's good. I love it. Those are the two specific times I love to make soap. Oh, excuse me. And, oh, okay, messed up my desk a little bit. But anyhow, this is what it looks like. It's all grounded up. I'll take about that amount and put it inside the soap mix. Let's see what else. nutmeg. Did anybody ever see nutmeg whole? Well, this is what it looks like. When you guys get it in the store, it's already grounded up. Yep. Oh, I hate that noise. And then we got blue huckabee, which I like to decorate with. Make the soap look really pretty. Let's see. And that's some of the herbs that I use. We could spend a whole hour here plus just doing that. But nonetheless, gave you the gist, more or less. Um, Next time, unless the time after, we turn around and I'll make a soap in front of you. And if I get enough calls or requests, I will give a free class or two on making soap. We could do it all together, um, and make fun of it. I taught myself. I didn't pay a school. I didn't go on Facebook and ask this question and that question and bug 500,000 people. Well, how much should I use and I've watched videos, I've researched. So that's how I got I became educated on that. And mind you, I'm dyslexic. So there's a recipe that's stuck in my head, but I also mix other things. And if I want to learn how to make something, I look it up. Or like when I first made soap, it was the funniest thing because little did I know I was making vegan soap. And a couple of times I did make milk soap, but I was at the Renaissance. Oh my God, this thing's driving me crazy. So I was at the Renaissance and they tell me, this couple came up and asked me, well, do you make vegan soap? I'm like, I don't know, but I can make it. If you put your order in, trust me, I will make it for you. So I did. And when I was reading it, I surprised my own self. I was like, oh my goodness, I've been making it the whole time. But it's all good. Anyhow, so let's see. What else do we want to talk about here? Oh, the smells. We like the smells on these. And let me give you a little background on some of the stuff. I already told you about the Syrinese. Now, huckleberry is rich in antioxidants that brightens and evens your skin tone at a fresh, fruity note that supports youthful looking skin. Now, the amount I put in there is not enough. That's just for decoration. But if this is what you're looking for, we can get it done. You just tell me. Yes, I do make the customized soap. Um, because I feel you are important. I feel that we all should have nice, soft skin, no matter if you have eczema or rosacea. It does not matter, any of that stuff. Okay? The rosehip is packed with plenty of vitamin A and C, and that works for hydration. It helps with repair and softness, ideal for dry, sensitive, and mature aging skin. In addition to that, hibiscus does pretty much the same thing, but it's a fruit acid that smooths and brightens. So I would say be careful using that. Excuse me. And provides more pink, red, natural colors, like I was telling you earlier. Lavender leaves is good because it helps you relax. Um, it's also another antibacterial benefit besides the star anise. Um, in addition to that, let's see, it's when you, well, see, like lavender leaves, you can pluck them yourself, you can even boil them and bathe in it too. with the leaves, whole leaves and all. And it's just a whole different type of scent and environment that you get. And I like it. I really do like it. The smell is very light. It's very appealing. Um, I like to mix lavender leaves with jasmine. It gives it this. Sometimes I get to the point where I just mix up different oils or different scent, and that's why my wife calls me the mad scientist. Anytime she came home from work and she would look around the kitchen, she's like, "What is the mad scientist up to?" Oh well, I've had incidents in the kitchen that's not even funny anymore. But we moved into my office up here. We took our spare bedroom and made it into an office, which looks a little messy, but it's really not. Because when I did Pride, I never unloaded the truck. And tomorrow I got a market to go. Well, later on this afternoon, I have a market to go to. So now I find myself, I know, I'm crazy. But I try to have fun at the same time. But anyway, back to the soaps and the herbs. So my soaps also uses vitamin E, rosemary extracts, natural antioxidant. Those things are natural, like I shared just a minute ago. And they do have a shorter lifespan, unlike your stores bought soap, Dove, Camay, Tone. Do they even sell Tone anymore? Mm. Well, if you find one, you know it's been out there for a while. But it doesn't get the smell. It doesn't get like it has shorter life. So it does. I usually tell my customers I try to be very efficient of putting dates when I made it and when um it's the expiration date on there. And if you still have a bar of soap and you're not too pleased with the aroma, give me a call. I'll give you another one for free. Um, that I some of my best customers, one of them lives all the way, I think, Louisiana, Illinois, something like that over there on the East Coast. And I feel so bad. I'm praying for her because everything that's going on down there. But yeah, you, I try to keep my customers happy. Yes, I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't have a store yet. I'm hoping somebody one day may even go and say, you know what, Rose? We want you here. How many soaps can you make? Or can you have on our shelves? Well, how many shelves are talking about? Waiting for that moment. Because trust me, when I get home, I'm not going to know what to say. Excuse me. So, if you have any questions, there's a time for you to call. Let me know what's going on, what's on your mind. Um, this way, I can redo this again. Like I said in the beginning, this is for you. Um, I'm getting better. I even went on video, but I'm very shy about talking in public. I know I'm behind the camera, but I'm going to change that. I'm changing it little by little. But ask me any questions about that episode we may be doing. Ask me if we can change episodes or if you have something in mind that you want to know about. I am willing to work with you. I'm willing to change things up because this is not about me. It's about you, your skin, your sensory, and I want to be able to entertain that for you. So, oh, here we go. We have a question here. Now, what is the difference between store-bought soap and handmade natural soap? Well, like I said earlier, store-bought soaps often contain synthetic ingredients and preservatives, while handmade soaps are made with natural oils, butters, plants, and plant-based ingredients. So that means it's a double set. It's a double question. That means you're getting different lifespans. Strawberry soap is lifespan is way longer versus handmade soaps. Okay. Um, why do people prefer handmade natural soaps? Well, people prefer them nowadays because natural soaps are often gentler on the skin and contain fewer artificial chemicals. In addition to that, a lot of people have become health crazy, health conscious. So, you know, while they're doing diets and stuff and exercising, okay, now let's take care of the skin because your skin is like a sponge. If you don't wet it, it's going to get wrinkled. It's going to get all shriveled up and stuff like that. And I know we don't want that on our skin. So what we do is when you start using natural soaps, your skin starts improving and looking better, shinier, healthier. And those are some of the benefits. Okay. Um, so if anybody have any questions beside those questions, um, we're gonna go ahead and close out right now. I've talked your ear out, but I am glad you did come back. When you pick up a Beyond Bathology bar, you're not just getting ingredients, but you're getting real benefits, real craftsmanship. Okay? So think about that. Um, and tomorrow, if you're anywhere in the San Diego area, I'm going to give out a shout out to Coop and Collins Bar Supply Store, which is on El Cajon Boulevard out in San Diego. That's where I will be live at tomorrow. So come on out. Join me, my friends, other makers that's going to be there. And if you mention this video, episode 6, you will get your free bar of soap so you can try it out. I promise you. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. If you learned something, drop a comment. If you want me to make a soap live next episode, let me know before next week. And, we'll got it from there. All right? Here we go. Let's close our eyes. Whew. Lower your shoulder and breathe. Let the silence settle in as you relax. Okay, everybody. You guys have a good night, my loves. Bye bye.